Hey guys! Oh my god. I didn't know what to do with my hair today, so I kind of just put it up. And why do I look like Isabelle from Animal Crossing? I don't know, I'm kind of here for it. Anyway, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been well. I hope you had an amazing week or weekend or whatever you're experiencing right now. I don't know. So today we're going to be talking about SMART goals. If you guys heard about SMART goals, if you haven't, don't worry because we're going to get into that right now. Setting goals is really important for a lot of reasons, but to me, the most important is the fact that goal setting will keep you on track. If there's something that you're working towards, you have a goal, you have a dream, you have a project that you want to get started on, having a clear goal is you just have to have a goal. It's basically having a plan of action of how you are going to accomplish the thing that you want to accomplish. So, in order to have effective goals, one of the ways you can do that is by enlisting SMART goals. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So essentially, specific goals are obviously goals that are specific. Instead of saying, I want to, let's pick a scenario. Let's say you are trying to grow your Instagram account, right? You're trying to grow on the platform, you want to have more followers, you want to have a more engaged audience, stuff like that. Instead of saying, I want to get more followers as a goal, that's so broad, like, what do you mean? You should have something more specific in mind. So, I want to gain 100 subscribers. I want to gain 100 followers by the end of the month. I would like to increase my follower count by 3% by the end of the quarter. 3% is a little low. I don't know, but you get the gist. Instead of saying, I want more subscribers, be specific. I want X amount of why do I keep saying subscribers? And instead of saying, I want more followers on Instagram, be a lot more I almost said Guys, I don't know what's going on today. I think it's the hair. It's tied too tight and my brain is not getting circulation. I'm so sorry. Let's try this one more time. Instead of saying, I want more followers on Instagram, you have to be a lot more specific. And instead, you could say, I want 20 more followers each day, or I want 20% more followers by the end of this month. I want to increase followers by, I don't know, 50 a month, each month until X date, something specific. Instead of just saying, I want this broad thing, you should say, I want this specific thing. For measurable, you have to be able to measure your success. So if you say that I want to gain 500 Instagram followers within the next 6 months, by the time the 6 months are over, how are you going to measure if you've met that goal? Obviously, you will see if you have increased your follower count by 500 people, but for other things, it may not be that obvious. So you're going to have to look at what your metrics are. So for other goals, let's say for, maybe something more personal like fitness, like maybe weight loss, you want to lose 20 pounds by your birthday. What are you going to be measuring each month leading up to your birthday to make sure you're actually losing weight? So maybe, let's just say it's July now. Maybe your birthday is in October. That's what, like 2 or 3 months from now. So maybe each week you would calculate how many pounds you have lost towards your overall 20. So that would be something that you're measuring. Another example would be maybe you're saving up for something. Maybe you need $10,000 to put towards a car that you're going to finance. Maybe you're starting at $2,000, so you need to save another $8,000 to meet that $10,000 goal. How are you going to measure each month, each week, each day if you're working towards that goal? Maybe you're looking at how much you're transferring from your checking into your savings at the end of every week. Maybe you're measuring the total balance in your account at the end of the day. Whatever it is that you're measuring to make sure you're accountable is going to help you have much more effective goals. The next thing would be achievable. Is your goal realistic? Let's go back to the Instagram example. Instead of saying I want to have more followers, a specific thing you could say is I want to have 1 million more followers by the end of the week. Is that realistic though? Are you likely to achieve that goal within a week? Probably not. So you want to have realistic goals. So the examples that I gave earlier, I want to increase followers by 5% by the end of the quarter. I want to increase followers by 50 by the end of the month. Something that's specific but also realistic and achievable. The next thing is relevant. Is this goal actually going to contribute to your overall progress of what it is you're trying to do? Does this goal align with your values and your long-term objectives? Does it align with other goals that you have? Like cross-goal compatibility, I guess you could say. So let's go back to the Instagram example again. Let's just say the follower count. You want to increase your followers by 5% by the end of the quarter. And you have another goal to increase your YouTube subscribers. There we go, subscribers. Maybe 20% by the end of the quarter. So both of these goals are in line because you are essentially achieving the same thing. On one platform, you're trying to increase followers. On the other platform, you're trying to increase subscribers. In both cases, you are trying to increase the people who are engaging with your content. Whereas, let's say on Instagram, you are trying to increase your follower count, but on YouTube, you are prioritizing producing more videos. Maybe instead of 1 video a week, you jump up to 2 videos a week. You can work on both of these goals at the same time. They're not too different from each other, but as you can see in the other example where you're trying to increase followers and you're trying to increase subscribers, both of those goals can work hand in hand. So the strategies and the techniques that you use to increase followers on Instagram may be applicable to how you would raise your subscribers on YouTube. But the way that you would increase followers on Instagram may not be useful in you creating more videos on YouTube. Does that make sense? So having goals that are relevant, that are compatible with each other is also something that you can do to have more effective goals. And the last thing would be time bound. I've mentioned it briefly before, but you should have goals that are set within a specific time period. So again, going back to the Instagram example, instead of saying that you want to have 1 million subscribers by the end of the week, that's not realistic because of the time frame. But if you, did I say subscribers again? If you want to have 1 million more followers by the end of the week, that's not very attainable because you're just not going to do that in 1 week. But if instead you say that I want to have 1 million Instagram followers by this time next year or by this time 2 years from now, that is a bit more manageable because there are things that you can do each week, each month, each year that will get you closer to that 1 million follower count. Another example, not just saying with Instagram, but the fitness thing that I was saying before, I mentioned it then. You're trying to lose 20 pounds by your birthday. Your birthday is 4 months from now. So that is a time-bound goal. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, just point blank period, it's like, okay, but when? When are you going to lose 20 pounds? Because if you don't put a deadline on it, you're most likely not going to stick to it because then it's not as important to you. There are going to be other things that take priority, things that have actual deadlines that are just going to have you overlooking the goal that you set because you never assigned a completion date. Like, how are you supposed to accomplish a goal if you don't even know when you want to have it accomplished by? Make it make sense. So those are SMART goals. They are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable or attainable, they are relevant, and they are time bound. So now that we covered what SMART goals are, I want to talk about how you actually put them into practice. So I am a firm believer that you should write down your goals. It's not enough just to say what your goals are, and it's definitely not enough just to think them. You need to write them. You need to write them in a place where you can see them every day, whether that's in a journal that you open every day, whether it's on a calendar in front of you on your computer. You need to write down what your goals are. Next, I would say, is to have someone to keep you accountable, whether it's a friend, a family member, or an online community, other people who are working towards similar goals, and you guys help each other to stay on task. I think it's really important that you have other people who can keep you accountable. Like, you said you were going to do this thing by this date, you were going to do X, Y, and Z every day or every week to get there. Hey, have you done that today? Have you done that this week? How's your progress going? Like, you need to have other people in your corner to hold you accountable, because sometimes we can't do it ourselves. And I know that I struggle with this. I literally made a video a couple months ago on self-discipline because, girl, it's non-existent. So I definitely am someone who often tells my friends, like, hey, this is something that I want to do, this is something that I'm working on. Like, call me out on my BS when I'm not doing that. Like, tell me, like, ask me, like, how's that thing going, how's the progress, like, what are you doing, and like make sure that I'm not making excuses. I will literally, okay, literally yesterday I went to the gym for the first time in like 3 months, because I have no excuse. I'm not even gonna say why I haven't gone. I just haven't gone. And I literally texted my friends. I was like, I haven't gone to the gym in 3 months because, and then I listed my excuse, and I was like, please poke holes in my excuse. Tell me why it's stupid. Tell me why I need to go back to the gym, because there's no reason why I'm wasting $40 a month. Yes, $40 a month for this gym subscription, and I'm not even going. So my friends did exactly that. They yelled at me and they said, girl, why are you doing that? Why are you wasting your money? Go to the gym. Like, go get fit, girl. And that's what I did. I went to the gym, and now I'm super sore, but I'm happy because I have a goal to work on my health, to work on my fitness, but I'm not actually doing the things that will enable me to do that, like make it make sense. So I have my friends and my family to keep me accountable and tell me, like, hey, you haven't been to the gym in a couple weeks now. Like, why? What's going on there? And again, I just want to reiterate having a deadline. I know that's obviously one of the letters in the acronym, time bound, but just in general, you should have a timeline for your goals. So even if you're working on something that's pretty broad, like I said before, maybe instead of having 1 million followers in a week, you strive to have 1 million followers in 2 years. Have a specific date in mind instead of just 2 years, like just 2 years. Maybe it's like 2 years from now on August 2nd. Like, do a specific, be as specific as you can. Like, again, this loops back to the other initial in the acronym, specific. Be specific. Instead of just saying 2 years, have a specific date in mind. On this day, 2 years from now, I'm going to have X, Y, and Z accomplished. So this has been my introduction to SMART goals. I tell you guys about this stuff because these are things that I'm actually working on in my life. I don't really want to do vlogs anymore because I don't really have a lot going on. My life is pretty boring. I do the same things every day. But two, I'm also a very private person, so I don't really want to share a lot of stuff that's going on. Like, when I do have interesting things going on, I kind of just want to keep it to myself. I don't want to put everything on the internet. But I do want to share with you guys my journey of, things that I'm working towards, things that I'm going through. So I definitely do want to keep making these videos of things that I'm learning about and things that I'm actually putting into practice, because I know that other people can also benefit. So if you didn't know what SMART goals are and now you know, I hope you enjoyed this video and you give it a nice like and a comment below. But if you did know what SMART goals are and you are someone who's already putting these things into practice, I hope that this video comes to you as a reminder that you're doing great and it keeps you on track. Like, definitely seeing this video is a sign that you're doing something right, because you're probably watching other videos that are in line with, like, goal setting and, just being on your ish. So I really applaud you for that. You're doing great. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys next week in the next video that we will be doing. I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair next week. Comment down below what I should do with my hair. I've been just letting it be. It's cute. It's giving what it's supposed to be giving, I guess. It's growing a lot, But yeah, I didn't know what to do today, so I did like this half up, half down situation. Maybe next time I'll like split it, like do like 2 puffs instead of 1. I don't know. I've done that before. I like that, but I haven't really done like the 1 puff on top. I don't know. It's cool, but it just feels like kind of, it's giving Isabel. If you know who that is, comment below. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. I always do this at the end of my videos because I'm so awkward, and I'm still getting used to being on camera, and I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. Was that awkward? I don't know. Goodbye. I'll see you next week.